Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is a bonus video for you guys this week. Typically I don't post on Sundays as of yet. I'm just on a Tuesday, Thursday rotation, but I just wanted to pop in and really show off one particular house plant of mine. But in general, I just want to do a brief little house plant update. And I'm not even going to do all of them. I'm just going to do the ones that are right here by the windowsill. And I'll just start over here. There's my snake plant. I'm going to be relocating it soon because I think it's too much light hitting this plant, which is why I think it's leaning just a little bit, because usually when plants kind of move away from something or in the opposite direction of something, is because they don't like it or they're trying to get away from it. So I think I'm going to move it to a place that's a little further from the window because I think it might be too much sunlight hitting it. Again, if you're not familiar with snake plants, they don't really require direct sunlight or indirect sunlight since it is coming through the window, but they still don't even need that. They're fine. Great plants for like office buildings, or in your office or somewhere like that. The fluorescent light is good enough for them. Same thing within the house. Your lamps and lighting in the house will be fine for them. So I'm gonna relocate that soon, probably maybe in the next week. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Had a phone call come in. But like I was saying, yes, the snake plant, I'm probably gonna relocate it because I noticed that it's starting to get warmer here, and I think that the light is too much for it. So I am gonna find a better spot because this plant is doing great. So I don't want to do anything to cause it any discomfort or harm. So back to the smaller plants that reside in my window or on my windowsill here. I just wanted to do a mini update. Not really too much has changed, I will say, because it has been warmer, and by warmer it's been like in the mid to high 90s the past probably week or so, and we're actually about to have a storm which will probably cool it back down a little bit because of that. The heat index today was like 103, so it's been significantly warmer than it has been in a while. So the one positive thing is that these plants have seemed to be loving the sunlight that they're getting, because as you can see, they do face directly out, so they get a good bit of light throughout the day. And it's been pretty much sunny every day, and then with the temperature, with the warm, they are thriving. And some of these plants do enjoy like a warmer temperature anyway, and those more tropical based plants are really loving it. So the one thing I want to focus on is my Brazil, and that's really the thing that it continues to grow and surprise me. Like I've told before in my other videos, this plant started out, well, when I bought it, it was one of the small plants that I got from Lowe's that come in like the $2.98 cups or something like that. It's like the $3 plant. So it was relatively small, and it probably had maybe about this many leaves on it when I purchased it, minus like this growth here, but like just the amount of leaves. But if for whatever reason it was looking just like this, and then all of a sudden they just started dying off like one leaf at a time, and it got down to just one leaf remaining, and that one leaf was healthy. So I decided to keep it and see what would happen, and it has bloomed. From this one leaf has grown everything you see here, and this kind of reddish brown part is a whole new stem with leaves that are about to come in, and I'm super excited. Like, I was surprised, and I don't know if you can see, but the thickness in this, like, that's great. That's healthy. That's not flimsy at all. So this plant is really about to show out. Let me see if I can turn the leaves just so you can see how pretty they are. Again, this is a Brazil, and it does like the tropical environment. So the warmer temperatures, I think, have helped it really, show out and blossom. But look at the color variation here. It kind of has a little bit of more of a neon variation than some of the others. It is not a neon plant, to not be confused with the neon plant. Those would typically be like almost like a neon green, all like the leaf itself, the whole leaf. But yeah, this Brazil is showing up and showing out, and I'm here for it. Let me see. And it is a philandrian. That's the family that it goes in. The Brazil, although a lot of people lump it into the pothos, so it's kind of like the cousin to the pothos family. Let me turn this on around so it can continue to get all the great light, because whatever position it's in is great for it because it's been thriving. So I don't want to disrupt the flow of that thriving at all. I'm loving what I'm seeing. And apparently when plants are growing and producing like this, it just means they're happy. So I'm glad they're happy and I want them to stay happy. All right. I think that's it. I think that's how, okay, it was just leaning. I was like, wait, did I move anything? That's how it was. All right. So now, next to that is another golden pothos here. And other than that one little brown spot, I just need to trim that little piece. This is a really healthy plant too. This was my first golden pothos that I ever purchased, and it was still pretty full. And you can probably see it is growing and producing some new growth in there. Next to it is on the other side, sorry, is the Mandula plant, which I'm interested right now because it's got new plants coming and they're just interesting. I love the way the colors are coming through in this. With some of them have super dark green and then the white variation, and then some of them are just really mixed, almost like a marbly look. So I'm loving it. And then some of the lighter white ones, which is typical, like, you know, they turn brown. It is what it is. But because majority of the plant is still healthy and not developing any brown spots, I don't think it's a fungus or anything, you know, bothering the plant. It's just that tends to happen with the lighter colored plants. It could be the sun, but I don't think so because all of the white ones aren't getting burnt that's facing the sun. So it just is. That's just the nature of the beast. So yeah, that's a Mandula pothos. Another pothos next to it, doing great. And as you can see, it's got a lot of new growth down in there. My Snow White waffle plant here. We have the another one of my purple friends here, even though it's supposed to be technically red, but it looks purple to me. This is it's called the Red Hill. Still need to get a hanging basket because I think this is gonna look really pretty if I put it in something where it can just grow and just hang over like it's doing. That is typically how they grow, so that's natural. Next to that is a peperonia that's kind of being smothered. They're not in the same container, it's just kind of leaning on it, by my other purple waffle plant, which is really growing all over the place. Because if you can see, next to that is the second purple waffle, which is growing up. This one is large. I didn't think that they grew that large, so I'm kind of amazed at the size of these. I love it though. And since I've moved here, this must have been the perfect light setting because it wasn't growing like this at my other apartment, but here it has really taken off and just been thriving. So I may look at getting a hanging basket. I did do some Googling just to see if I had an abnormal plant or if this is typical, but yeah, they do have some that grow like this, and you can see there's lots of new growth stems there along there, so it's going to be more leaves coming. And it's just leaning on the pepperoni, so that's why. It's nothing wrong with it. So yeah, I think I may get a hanging basket for it too, because that looks like it'll be pretty cool. And I did see when I Googled online, they had some hanging basket ones with the overflowing. So those two kind of reddish purple, those are pretty. And another purple waffle that's there. It hasn't quite gotten to the overflow, and I didn't know that they produce flowers, but this one has little flowers. So again, I'm here for whatever Mother Nature wants to bless me with, which is the joy in growing plants in general, is, you know, the little surprises. So it's fun to watch things grow and develop. Another golden pothos, as you can see, it has a little lighter variation than some of my others. So that one almost looks more like a neon, but it's not a neon. It's just a golden, just a lighter variation. But like if we just take a look, this one's closer to it, but then we have these, which have the darker green down here. But I did notice they have lightened a little bit, and I think some of that is the sunlight. All right, and then last but not least, we have that nerve plant, which is actually, I think it's growing out instead of up, and it actually looks pretty good too. All right. So that's pretty much all I want to show. I mainly, like I said, just want to showcase this Brazil because of all the growth that it's been doing lately. And it hasn't been that long since I did my last update. And that little piece here, this stem, was not there or even in the works, but it is showing up, showing out. And like I said, this is a pretty thick stem here, which is a good sign. So I'm glad that this plant is healthy and thriving, and I can't wait to see it continue to produce. Oh, last but not least, the aloe. I forget sometimes I just tuck it over here. I do need to trim it up because I think some of those other pieces I was waiting to see kind of what they were doing. I think some of them are just dead, where it's really, really brown, like just a couple. But then if you look in the middle, you can see for this one, that's a piece of new growth. Oops. There's a piece of new growth. And then on this one, there's also a piece of new growth. Move my finger there. There's a piece of new growth. So they are growing and they are healthy, but I might just need to remove some of the ones that got damaged when I had it sitting not directly under a vent, but too close to one, and it kind of froze them out. So I'll just have to clean it up a bit. But other than that, thanks again for watching. And like I said, this is your bonus video because I usually just do Tuesday, Thursday uploads. But I just want to share because I was just so proud and amazed with my Brazil. So thanks again for watching. Make sure that you like and subscribe so you can see more videos. See you next time.